have two packages, one from Fandramon, one from Tokus Rage. Tokus Rage's showed up like the day before I left, and then Fandramon's arrived while I was gone. And also, when I got back, it's going to be the first thing we open. I got a package that came from a Chinese drop shipper, so I figured we can start things off with the risky package of the day, which is this thing from China, which is very grimy. I don't know why all of the packages that come from China feel like sandpaper, but they always do. And this one is clearly a t-shirt, because it flexes. I know it's a t-shirt because on the customs declaration it says t-shirt. And I think I might even know what this is, and if it is what I think it is, then I also know who sent it to me, even though this was a drop shipper. So I'm going to open this up. Isn't everything made in China? Yeah, but for some reason, not all of it, you know, feels awful. Wait. No, this is a black shirt. This isn't the one I thought it was. Hang on. No, wait. I definitely see. That's the fucking BattleBots logo. Is this? Okay, hang on. Okay, so I think I know what this shirt is, and I'm not gonna like spoil it because I want you guys to see it and appreciate it, and not have my dumbass tell you what this is, because I think I know what this is. This is from Varka, by the way. Thank you, Varka. I know you sent me this fucking shirt. It's a t-shirt with the BattleBots logo. The old BattleBots logo, the one they call vintage now. And above it are all the fucking Robot Wars house robots. Which is clearly somebody's drawing from, like, DeviantArt that I know for a fact that these motherfuckers do not have permission to be printing. So, what threw me for a loop is that, is that the one of these that I was linked to was a white t-shirt, so when I opened it and saw that it was black, I was like, no, wait, hang on, that's not correct. But, yeah, it looks like he sent me one of these anyways, because I thought of how funny it was. You know, that reminds me, Varka used to have a t-shirt that, oh, this was years ago, like one of the, you know, when I saw him wear this last. It was a while back, last time I saw him. It was a t-shirt that had Tai and Agumon on it, and then underneath it, it had the Pokemon logo. And people fucking hate that t-shirt, because we would go to, like, a video game store and walk in, and people would either get the joke, or they would be strangely offended by it. Also, I'm wearing the... This is unofficial merchandise. This, by the way, is what the official 2019 BattleBots t-shirt looks like. Looks like this. It's like a model kit with all the things attached, and there's sprue that you have to break off. Anyways, you'll get a better view of that when we go to talking time. This t-shirt, what size is it? 2XL? Yeah, that's because when you buy those weird Chinese t-shirts, you gotta buy them like 1 or 2 sizes bigger so that they will fit you. Well, this, I mean... Hang on. Yeah, that looks like it'll probably fit. Alright, so that's a BattleBots t-shirt with, you know, not licensed. And I know exactly who that came from, even though it was unmarked, so thank you, Varka. This next package is the one that arrived beforehand. This one's from Tokus Rage. I scrolled out the addresses. You guys know me, I don't show anybody's address. I don't want to dox anyone, but I am dumb enough to say, hey, this is my address. Fortunately, it's a P.O. box, so if you try to show up and stab me because I said your Mario level sucked, you're gonna go to a post office, and the guy behind the post office box counter will say, oh yeah, the Gatorbox guy, he's weird. No, I don't know where he lives. Also, I'm gonna call the cops. You should probably put that knife away. You can't bring a knife into a federal building, you goddamn idiot. Also, normally I open packages ahead of time to vet them. I didn't open it for Tokus Rage, even though he's a first-timer, but it's because I trust him. I also didn't open Fandramon's because she's previously sent in things that were not bombs or anthrax, so I trust her. So, don't fuck me on this, Tokus Rage. Alright, should I dump the contents out, or should I, like... I'm gonna reach in. and pull things out one at a time. See what we got. This one, oh, okay. It's a deck, no, it's not a deck protector. Hang on. You played me. You played me, Tokus Rage. I saw this and I thought I was getting some trading cards because this is the type of stuff. People who are really serious about their Magic the Gathering game, they use Dragon Shield card sleeves, deck protectors. This is not sponsored content, but if I saw this in a store, I would buy it because there's a dragon on it, so that's how it is. Looking at the back, it appears that this box is... We got more BattleBots content, I can tell you that much. We got a I'm wearing the official BattleBot shirt, I got the fake-ass BattleBot shirt, and now we have a box full of what is probably the strangest licensed BattleBots merchandise from the Comedy Central days. These are what's called Minibots. These were blind bags before blind bags were like a popular thing. This was back in like 2002, and you basically got 3 of them to a pack, and they came with stickers that matched the robots you got. First things first, right out of the gate, I see my favorite fucking robot on the planet. This is Ginsu. Now you might be wondering, Draco, what the fuck is that? I said it's well, Ginsu, I just told you, but let me tell you why it looks like a fucking mess. That's because Ginsu sits like this. These are all wheels. You can go like this, it can still drive. You go like this, it can still drive. You go like this, it cannot drive. And that's a problem that's unique to Ginsu, because nobody puts a set of tires on the bottom and on the top. You put tires so that you've got the one set of tires that stretch all the way up and down, so if you get flipped over, the same tires touch the ground. I don't know what the fuck they were smoking when they built this, but now you know why I love Ginsu. It's also got saw blades for tires. Because the people who built this thing were smoking some major doobage. Ginsu's wheels, the saw blades, are made of the same ones that the arena hazards were made from. They had the same sponsors, and consequently, Ginsu was built by the people who founded BattleBots. And a nice little piece of trivia about Ginsu for you. This robot is over 20 years old and has never won a fight in its miserable existence. This thing is still around, by the way. It doesn't look like this. They kind of learned their lesson. At the taping of the BattleBots event I was just at, Ginsu was there, and it was converted back to its original, like, 1999 version that just had the 4 saw blade wheels. So, you know, when you flipped it over, it was like a normal fucking thing. So they sorted that one out. I noticed one of them fell out of the box and is in the thing down here. So let's see. Nope, that's not a robot. That's a Thomas the Tank Engine guy. Okay, let's ask the question here. Who would win? Ginsu or who is this? Somebody who watches Thomas the Tank Engine. I know you motherfuckers are out there. Leave this in the comments. I don't know who this character is. Does it say it on the bottom? Holy shit, I mean it might, but I can't. Wait. Oh, wait, hang on. Is his name actually Gator? Is this why? Oh, you know what? I noticed he has like the little not the smokestacks or whatever, but the little things on top of the cabin. Well, I guess this is the engine, not the cabin. I don't know a whole lot about trains. If you look at him like this, he kind of has like alligator spines. I'm more of a casual autistic person. This is more of a terminal autism kind of thing, but also some of you guys in chat knew who it was, so more power to you. I think the rest of the things in here are the BattleBots Minibots, because I noticed in here we've got World Peace, which is another super heavyweight, same class as Ginsu. This thing you can probably guess it's got a little pincher thing that lifts up. All I remember about World Peace is that it was driven by like a flight stick, and then I don't think it ever won a fight. World Peace, I think, was the very first robot to ever lose to Toro, which was the fucking crazy flipper that could throw a super heavyweight like 6 feet in the air. This robot weighs 350 pounds or something like that. So for Toro to be able to throw it that high, that's a pretty strong flipper. I just remember, I think World Peace was the very first victim of like Toro, and then they quit. They gave up. They're like, oh, we can't compete with that, but might as well wrap it up. Yeah, some of these are still in their original bags. This one is it's fucking, I mean, I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm trying to. This one, ooh, I'm not going to open these because these are still sealed. It's kind of hard to see. This is a Tripoltaraptor. It's another super heavyweight. So far, I think there's a pattern emerging. He's only sent me super heavyweights. I don't know if he's making fun of... Is he trying to call me fat by proxy, Tokus Rage? I'm not sure what your angle is. Tripoltaraptor is a piece of shit robot from Team Raptor whose only claim to fame is that it was in an infamous Budweiser Super Bowl commercial where it was all gussied up and they put like a sombrero on it and added some fake saw blades and... the commercial is really stupid. I mean, it fights like a robot that's like a little refrigerator, and inside the refrigerator is Bud Light, is pee-pee water. So rather than fight, Tripoltaraptor uses its big jaws and it like grabs the Bud Light, and then the refrigerator has like a secret hammer that it like, you know, pounds it and makes it flat. It's a stupid commercial, but BattleBots owns the likenesses of the robots who compete at the events. So when BattleBots lawyers saw that commercial, they shit their fucking pants. Tripoltaraptor, you fucking, right at the very end, you had to stick. This fucking robot never, I don't think it ever won a fight. All I remember about Tripoltaraptor is that it had shitty tank treads for drive, which don't appear to be present on the toy. They gave it wheels, because I guess whoever's job it was to make a replica of it was not paying attention. But I don't blame them, because Tripoltaraptor got shoved under the pulverizer. It hit the tank track like dead on, and the entire track assembly just kind of like separated and fell off. In one piece. It didn't smash it and like flatten it out or bust the sprockets out the side. It hit it, and then the whole thing, like a fucking Lego assembly, it just went like, it just fell off. Next in the box is, oh, speak of the devil, it's Toro, which is also another super heavyweight. And it's also in a bag, which means this one is extremely valuable. Toro, real simple. It's just a box, and you can see it's got the lifting arm. In fact, if this was open, I could really be. You know, I mentioned this was for terminal autism, and I'm more of like a casually autistic person. But if this was not in its bag, I could really tread dangerously into that territory and be like, oh no. Look at that! It's a reenactment of Toro's fight with World Peace. This is Complete Control, the original Complete Control, built by former BattleBots bad boy Derek Young, which is how he's introduced every time he appears in the show. That's a meme. So former BattleBots bad boy Derek Young. Complete Control was BattleBots sponsored by SomethingAwful.com in its final season. This was a game changer. The season that Complete Control debuted in. I'm getting, you know, I'm busting out all the BattleBots trivia here. I know so much about this dumb shit, make you guys' head spin. Complete Control was fighting a robot called Super Chia-Bot, and that robot sucked. It was covered in fake plants. That's the joke. Chia, whatever. It sucked. Built by the guy who made SimCity, his robot still sucks. Complete Control had this little grappler, and it came in and got Super Chia-Bot, lifted it completely up and down, perpendicular to the fucking floor. That is like one of the most iconic images. You know that picture of like of the soldiers at Iwo Jima that are raising the American flag, and it's like one of the most iconic World War II photos that's ever been taken. That the Complete Control deadlifting Super Chia-Bot perpendicular to the floor is the flags of Iwo Jima picture of BattleBots, of old school BattleBots. That's probably very insulting to our military, I'm sorry. I looked at the top and I thought this was a Berserker 2000, but when I saw the purple, this one is, this is Slam. It's a full body spinner, it's a super heavyweight, you know, 300 pounds, and its weapon is, it's got these spiked wedges on the sides. It used to have chains. Not very effective in its weight class. It broke down pretty often. I think the last time this thing competed was like 2000 or 2001. SLAM was an acronym that stood for Steve and Lowell's Attack Machine. It was a dude who built it with his dad. I can respect that. I mean, they seem like a good couple of guys. I know Steve Nelson, the guy, the son. He's still active in the robot combat community. He's a great guy. when they built this robot, they basically took a part of a sewer pipe that was, I think, like 2.5 feet across, and when they had this segment that they cut, and they said, okay, all our parts have to fit in here, and that's how they came up with Slam. Up next is a little wedge. This is Punjar. He's a little bulldozer scoop. Who was the guy who built this? What was his name? Ramiro Malari? He looked like a Philippine carpenter who'd like moved to California and just somehow knew how to build a fucking robot. One thing, okay, this is a really good little toy here. This is a good hunk of plastic. They got the diamond plate correct on it, and I mean, hang on, can you guys see this? They even got all the fucking nicks in the front of it that were sliced into it over the years by the various kill saw hazards in the floor. That's fucking crazy. Like, they put that much attention to detail to put all the shaving nicks on Punjar's face. I will say, since I saw the bottom of it though, they fucked up on the bottom. Like, Punjar does not have 4 tires. This is a generic thing they do for the bottoms of all the robots. Like, Complete Control's got 4 of them. Toro's got 4 of them. Tripoltaraptor had 4. Ginsu has 29 of them. Punjar's wheels were actually really interesting. He had 2 wheels, 2 big flat wheels right across the center that looked like bakery rolling pins, and they were covered in tread from like actual automotive tires. So, and they were mounted on their own suspension system. So the robot was perpetually sliding along the floor. So basically, it guaranteed that if Punjar ran into you, you would lose the ground clearance battle. And then this fucking no weapon having asshole this son of a bitch would get underneath you, put you in the wall. The judges would say, "Hey, the 3 judges at Arena Side have turned in a decision, and guess what? You lost to Punjar, buddy." Okay, now we're getting into another middleweight. This is Bad Attitude. Just another wedge. It had little serrated teeth on the front. They were actually jigsaw blades that were mounted into the metal, and the teeth were angled upwards. So when it got underneath you, it would kind of hook onto you, and presumably you wouldn't be able to get off of it very easily. But you know, whatever. This son of a bitch was fast when it was entered. And for a wedge with no weapon, this one all came down to driving. The guy who built it, Thomas Petrocelli, God rest his soul, he passed away a few years ago. He was an excellent driver of this machine. He still continued to compete with it after BattleBots ended from the Comedy Central days. It was called New Attitude because he couldn't name it Bad Attitude because BattleBots or whatever, they own the rights to that, so had to pick a new name. A lot of teams, a lot of builders did that. We got one more robot inside this box from Tokus Rage. I'm having a lot of fun doing this. This is actually Fusion. It's a middleweight. I'm not sure if its weapon is correct. It has a pneumatic spike coming out the front, but I think it had a hammer. Or maybe it had a pneumatic spike at first and then it had a hammer in later seasons. This bag is kind of open, but not quite, so I'm still not going to take it out. My opinion on BattleBots, they all suck. Toro was alright. So was Complete Control, I guess. Fusion, I don't think it had... The paint job implies that it had tank tracks. I don't think it did. I think it actually had just regular wheels, but I think the chassis was painted to give the illusion of tank tracks. If you look on the bottom, for some reason, the entire bottom is blue. I think that's just because you're not supposed to see that part of the toy. You know, you see this part, so they only paint this part and not the bottom. Fusion, I don't think Fusion ever won a fight, and if it did, it probably only won like 1 or 2. I just remember this is the robot, back in the 2nd season of the show, there was a robot called Buddy Lee, Don't Play in the Street, and it was a Cabbage Patch doll sitting inside of a fucking fire truck. No weapon. No weapon. It could just tow a car. That was, you know, if Buddy Lee ran into you, even though it only went like 2 miles an hour, you would lose that tug of war. It would just push you around and not even slow down. It would just plow through like you're not even there. Fusion managed to lose to Buddy Lee, Don't Play in the Street. Granted, a couple of robots managed to lose to Buddy Lee, Don't Play in the Street, including another robot from Buddy Lee's own fucking same team. that was an awkward ride home, to say the least, because they lost the goddamn Buddy Lee Don't Play in the Street. I tell you what, I have my own personal collection of these toys. I got a lot of them. If y'all are interested, maybe in the future I can go grab mine and show them off. I would love to do that. As you guys obviously know, I can talk about them for fucking ever. I know everything about all these shitty robots. I think these are cool. These are so rare. I mean, Tokus Rage, thank you for sending me these. I'll have to hit you up and see which ones I have in my collection that you might be missing from yours, and maybe we'll make it like a trade. I'll send you some of my duplicates, or a couple of my rare ones or something in exchange for these. I really appreciate it. These are all ones that I did not have in my collection. I did have a Ginsu, but I managed to lose it. I don't know where the fuck it went, so now I have another one. So I really appreciate it. This one's really cool. BattleBots merchandise chill stream. That would go on forever. I have a lot of these, and I know exactly where they are, and all I have to do is go get them. So this last one is Big Box. This one came from Fandramon. She actually told me this was kind of meant as like a birthday package. So I asked her ahead of time. I'm like, do you want me to open it on stream, or is this supposed to be like a personal thing? It is a birthday present, so I don't know. I mean, there could be something special now. I don't want to open it up and there's like, I don't know, the fucking bad dragon dildo in there. Not to say, just if there is, if you're gonna send me that, I'm not gonna open it up on stream because I will get in trouble for that. This was from Fandramon. For some reason, all of the customs declaration, the address label, that just peeled off really easily. So I, didn't have to bust out the Sharpie for that one. But oh, never mind. This is an envelope thing. I saw the priority mail sender, and I thought you just did that thing that people do when it's it's cheaper to send it in like an unmarked box by weight than it is to send it with a fucking priority mail box. I've done that many times on eBay, and that's just what you do. This one is it says from Fandramon 2, Draco, happy birthday. I want to zoom in on this. I just want to point out that like Fandramon has a stationery set that has Digimon stamps that include Gomamon. If this one's kind of a lighter stamp. Nope, we're not. Okay, I think that's War Greymon, and this was this was not even a Digimon. That's a fucking Hamtaro character. Fandramon, what the hell you do? What's going on? What's going on with that? Oh wait, I know what this is. Hang on, I'm gonna have to get a frame. I'm gonna have to get a frame for this one. This is the original. You guys know the Bit Gator, the one that's in the Twitch header, the one that I colorized and we made a T-shirt out of. This is the original drawing of a big Gator boy hanging out playing. Actually, that's funny because we are gonna play the Cool Baby tonight, and that's that controller. He's got his cola. He's got his Twitch penny sign. He's ready to go. Signed and dated September 24th, 2018. Thank you. Oh wait, this is another. It's Whisper the Deer, and she's looking at the little bulldozer, the little bulldozer toy that we opened up on stream. If you can't see it, the bulldozer has scooped up a pile of dirt with the flour in it and has brought it to her. This is fucking adorable. Thank you, Fandramon. I wasn't expecting you to send me the originals of these. We got the real Whisper, and then we have the drawing right here. I mean, it's basically the same thing. I can't even tell them apart. I really need to commit to get proper artwork of like our characters. I haven't really had the resources to do that. Also, on the top of this box is a Happy Meal box from Digimon. What year is this from? Oh, there's Gomamon on the back. That's the money maker. That's the money shot right there for Fandramon. Wow, is this? I'm afraid to, like, open it further. Can I... Okay, there's nothing in it. Looking for the year. Oh, it says 2001 on the bottom. That's actually... Hang on. Whoop. 2001. This is actually a lot newer than I was anticipating. None of the Digimon characters are punched out, though. For some reason, I think this is one of the ones that you could punch the characters out, and yeah, there's tabs down here so you can pop them out and stick them in. When I looked at this, when I saw this logo down here, I was like, holy shit, this has got to be from, like, 1997 or something. You got all the greats. You got Agumon. You got Gomamon. You got Ronald McMahon. This is wrapped about, like, if I give you a birthday present, this is how it's going to be wrapped too. So I can relate to this. Oh my fucking god, are these Dragonheart trading cards? It looks like these actually, okay, hang on. You mentioned that some of these were like were secondhand. Okay, this appears to be like a stack of them with the booster pack wrapper on the top to identify what's in the pack. So, is it a whole set? Is it a complete set of Dragonheart cards? Oh no, hang on. God damn it! It's missing 19 of them. If only I looked on the bottom. Maybe these are the 19 that is missing. Where did these come from? Like, these came from like a collector that like kept track of all the numbers. And so I'm sure, like, getting a set or getting the cards I'm missing would not actually break the bank. Because as much as I give a shit about Dragonheart, as much as you guys know I give a shit, the wider world doesn't care about Dragonheart, which kind of breaks my heart. Even one of my closest friends told me that I oversold the movie to him, and I'm like, motherfucker, we can't be friends anymore. These are super wide. You know when you got dragon and super wide in the same sentence, you know you're down for a good time. What's also cool is that the chase cards are apparently called Draco Foil, which is so phonetically close to Draco File. I love it. I love it. So I'm not going to open these right away, but I will dedicate a proper unbox to these. But let's see what else. Let's see what else we got. By the way, if you haven't seen Dragonheart, go watch it. It's a really good movie. I'm tempted to go walk away right now and pull the framed movie poster I have, the framed theatrical poster of Dragonheart off the wall from my bedroom to show it to you, to confirm that this is a terminal autism stream, but I won't do that. I could also go get the framed Laserdisc I have, but, you know, I think I've said enough. Also, Wavecube, I've never seen Dragonheart. Didn't you play the PS1 game? Please, please, for the love of God, do not let Dragonheart Fire and Steel on the PS1 be your determining factor of whether or not you should go see that movie. That game was a fucking insult. I was personally offended by how bad that game was. Oh my god, Full Metal Anorak stream? Thank you, Regular the Magical Unicorn. That was a Robot Wars competitor. And I know what an Anorak is. Thank you. Okay, hang on. Where am I putting this? Put it over there. This is... Okay, what is he from? I definitely see what this is. It's a... Oh man, it's a Gator Boy. I like him. He comes with some... Hang on, is this Dungeon Dice Monsters? No, wait, it says Beast Saga up here. There we go, Beast Saga. I saw the dice that are on either side of him, and I thought this was like a Yu-Gi-Oh! Dungeon Dice thing. I don't know why I rolled it over on the back. I can't read any of this. I still fondly remember the gag where the knight is fighting the dragon, picks out a skeletal arm from between its teeth, recognizes it by a ring as the remains of someone he knew, and gets pissed off. There are a lot of moments in Dragonheart that are really kind of cheeky like that. My favorite one is when they get in a fight and Draco tries to eat Bowen, but he points his sword up into the roof of his mouth. So, like, if he closes his jaw, he's gonna get stabbed in the fucking inside of his head. and they just stay there all day. Also, Sean Connery voices the dragon, which basically means that is the dragon that is most attractive to me by voice, second or tied maybe with Saphira from Aragon. I've made peace with the fact that this is one of the worst streams we've ever done in terms of me saying things that are profoundly embarrassing. So I'll just say, I want to fuck Draco. Thank you for the Playboy cards. I want to fuck Saphira. You know, let's just get that out of the way. You know, who's this guy? A little Gatorman figurine. He can join in the fun too. I don't know what Beast Saga is, but it looks like, looking on the back, you're supposed to like roll the dice, and then he has like a thing on his back that maybe it snaps into. I don't look at. Hang on, look at these Japanese characters that have like smaller Japanese characters above them. I can't. It's too much. That's too much work. I can't read that. If that was in English, that would still be too much work to read. I can't do that. Unless, you know, this is the part where Fandramon tells me that, you know, this thing costs like, you know, $58, and I just destroyed the value. But I have to see the guy. This is a little stand he came on. That's what I like about like Japanese packaging for their toys and figurines, is that they really like. Look at how well put together this is. This is just for the guy to stand on, but it's printed. It's like a little Legends of the Hidden Temple, Steps of Knowledge platform. It's got like instructions and directions on both sides of it. It's got a little design on it. So wait, what the hell? Hang on. Oh, I know what this is. Oh, I thought it. No, I don't know what this is. Okay, why? So he's got like a thing you pull out of his back, and he has like a little jewel. Do I put the alligator croc logo on the thing? And I mean, that seems correct, but now he's got this coming out of his ass. Well, see, I thought it was something to roll the dice with, but I mean, is it? I guess it works for that purpose. That's pretty. But I thought, like, when I pulled it out, I thought it was spring loaded. So I'm like, oh, okay. So you put this in the thing, and then it's like a beat 'em on thing where you pull it back and it shoots the thing out. But I'm too American to understand what this game is. All right, let's give him this thing. Give him his shield. Look at that. Look at that Gator Man. This is okay. This is like surprisingly well sculpted for being the little guy that he is. Which again, that's another thing I really like about Japanese collectibles, is that they really go all out on this. Like they've even got hang on, look, they've even got like texture on the skin. You know, the paint looks good. I don't know his name, but he also came with the card here, and I think going by the little layout on the dice kind of shows you. I guess it shows you what his powers are. I believe the Japanese term for crocodile is wani. It's a little bit of wow. Did you know Japanese? That's where we're gonna have to stop this lesson, because unfortunately I do not know much more Japanese than that. Okay, we got some more stuff. Let me get the rest of this out of the box real quick, so the box is no longer in the way. Let me set that right there. Uh-oh. Hang on. So, okay, let me put this box over here. So, I thought this was like packing paper at the bottom until I realized that this is actually something inflatable. And it appears to be a dolphin. Yeah, you had me worried there, Fandramon. For a second I thought that you thought that I was one of those furries. I'm still gonna open it up over here outside of the line of the camera to see if you sent it to Aphorix first, which it appears you did not. So I appear to be all clear to show the inflatable dolphin on camera. Well, I've unfolded it, I think, as best as it's gonna go. So he's this. In fact, it might be easier to show on the big camera up there. It's a little small guy, actually. Unfortunately, I don't have the lung capacity to like blow this up in a reasonable amount of time, so maybe I'll just have to do this one off camera. Yo, you won this from the CNE, the Canadian National Exhibition. They give out some pretty sweet swag there. Speaking of that, just in case we got any of you weird motherfuckers watching this stream or watching this YouTube recap, here's the money shot. Right? I gotta do some fan service. I have to take care of everybody who watches this goddamn show. You know, before I switched Twitter accounts and kind of restructured the things that I'm involved with in my personal life, I had somebody ask me a while back. They asked at the time why I had so many inflatable furs on my Twitter watch list. And it's not because I'm into that. I'm not. My answer was that they are genuinely some of the nicest people I know. It's really weird. They're just like real chill. They don't post weird political drama. They don't get into slap fights with each other. They're just really wholesome people who also just want to stick their dick in a pool toy. And if that's the only slight against them, then that's pretty fucking good in my book. More people should strive to be like the type of furries that want to fuck a pool toy. It's basically what I'm getting at. Thank you for the inflatable dolphin. This one, oh shit! Hang on, we got some Godzilla VHS tapes for my collection. For my collection, we've got the original Godzilla King of the Monsters, and we have Godzilla versus Mothra. I love the artwork from these VHS releases. I have a couple of them. I think they're still in storage back in like my parents' garage. I picked them up when I was in like high school. I mean, that's how long ago this was, and I didn't have the room to take them with me when I moved out. But I really love the artwork from like old movies like this. A lot of weird re-releases have modernized art that are, you know, it doesn't look as good as this. Like this is art that somebody made it. This is a painting that somebody made. Like it's really neat. And then of course, you know, they are the original movies. They are in black and white. Although I believe Godzilla vs. Mothra was in color. Does it have the years? Yeah, 56 for the original and 64 for the one in Mothra. So yeah. Also, I can tell from the pictures on the back that one's in that one's in color. Fandramon pointed something out to me, by the way. On the back of Godzilla vs. Mothra, we have the Godzilla stomp of approval. So, you know, if I showed the fucking inflatable valve from the dolphin and say I gotta do some fan service to the people that watch the show that are into that, I can't show this and not say, shoutouts to Lavadome 5. We're covering all the bases. We're just taking the scenic route through the old ass furry fandom tonight. That's weird. It's a weird segue from talking about BattleBots earlier, but that's what it is. Fandramon requests if we can get this as an emoticon. Sure. That's inside this. And these, oh man, is that Savage Skies for PS2? I think that is. I don't have that game, do I? don't think I do. No. Yeah, no, I don't. I have Dragon Rage. That's the one. I'm seeing it from here. I had a buddy growing up when I was in high school that loved this game, and he let me borrow it. And I remember I never played it. Now I don't have an excuse because now I own a copy. So, is this the one where I'm getting it confused with Dragon's Rage? But this is the one, yeah, where you ride on the dragon and you attack things. Dragon's Rage is the one where you are the dragon. Very similar, you know. Back in it was a good time. It was when in the era of the PS2, the PS1, it was a good time to be a dragon fucker, because that's when dragons had come back into pop culture, and you had your Spyro, you had your Aragon, you had Savage Skies, you had Dragon's Rage, you had all these weird games coming out that just had dragons in it, and you had the movies, you had Reign of Fire, again, you had Aragon, that had a bit of a resurgence in the time with the movies and the games, and they re-released all the books. I mean, they didn't do anything with Pern back then, did they? I don't think they did. They may have just reissued prints of it because it was popular again, but it was basically a good time to be me. Bad time to come of age, but it was a good time to be me. Can I just get some appreciation for how thick THICC this manual is? This is, oh man, it's even got pictures of all the characters. I can't show this. This is boner stream now. We can't show we can show this one because I don't like either of these characters. I also saw that we have a pack of movies, Croczilla, and 7 bonus movies. Croczilla, of course. Japan was just the appetizer. Well, I don't remember Croczilla showing up in Japan. I think that was Godzilla, but you know, I'll take what I can get. What are the 7 other movies? Attack of the Giant Leeches, which I believe that movie is old as fucking time itself. The Giant Gila Monster, which, yes, is old. The Killer Shrews, The Killer Shrews is such an old movie that it was parodied, it was commentated on and parodied on Mystery Science Theater, and in the game Monos, The Hands of Fate that we feature on Extra Life every year, the Killer Shrew is an enemy in that game. That's how prevalent that one is in pop culture. I had this idea a while back. I just don't have, like, the time to do it, you know, balancing my job and all that, but I actually collect movies that feature, you know, reptile, dinosaur monsters and things like that. I have at least 100 movies in my collection. That also includes, like, TV shows, like the entirety of Land of the Lost, the original one, not that fucking weird Nickelodeon series that they had. But I have a whole bunch of these movies in my collection, and I thought it would be funny to have like a review show where we talk about shit like Croczilla and Lake Placid 2 and things like that, and you know, and I actually do like a proper kind of review that's, you know, kind of funny and humorous and whatnot. And I was thinking like how I should grade these movies, and one of the categories was like, would I fuck the monster? I figured that would be a fun 10-point scale to include, but also be kind of weird. I don't know how that would work out, but Draco's Future Movie Podcast. Dr. Surgeon Guy says he once spent $50 at a dollar store buying 50-cent movies in those slips. Must have been a good day. You guys are saying Gatorbox movie night, and you said I could stream Dinosaur King. You know, back a long time ago, whenever we could get away with streaming copywritten material on this, because Livestream didn't give a shit, we actually tried to stream Dinosaur King, and you guys hated it. I say you guys, but all the people who were present back then probably are not watching it right now, except for maybe Fandramon. I think she was there, and I think she also said she hated it, but I could just be misremembering. But Fandramon, thank you for the assortment of stuff. I mean, you know me all too well. We got the dragons, we got the Crocs, we got more Crocs, we got. Does he sit down? Okay, he's gonna have to stand up. The Dragonheart movie cards. I can't wait to actually open up, because I mean, you guys know this is my favorite movie. You know, between this and Jurassic Park, it's really hard for me to pick a favorite of all time. But if I can't pick, this is tied for first with Jurassic Park. That's how important this stupid movie is to me. So thank you for the cards. Thank you Tokus Rage, and thank you to whom I believe was Varka, who sent me the BattleBots counterfeit T-shirt with the Robot Wars on it. And thank you Tokus Rage. I think I may have said that twice, but you know, you sent me BattleBots toys from back in the day, so I'll thank you twice. You know, if that's what it comes down to. If you would like to send stuff to the GatorBox stream, I'm going to put it right here on the screen. You can get it at send it to GatorBox, Post Office Box 2429, Fulton, Texas 78358. Please address your packages to GatorBox, or if you have to use a name, you can say Andre Kahn, don't put anything weird as the recipient, because if it gets sent back, that's your own damn fault. He was a Gator boy. He said, how's that fucking song go? He said, "Chomp you later, boy." And he came with the card. Thanks for checking out this video. Leave a like if you liked it, leave a dislike if you didn't. Either way, your feedback is appreciated. And you can also subscribe to GatorBox if you like this content and want to see more of it from us. Catch us live Friday nights at 9 p.m. Central at twitch.tv/GatorBox. If you'd like to support this channel, you can do so at patreon.com/GatorBox or streamlabs.com/GatorBox.